iFILM, London. iFILM, London.
This is Jame Helder for iFILM London. I'm at Grosvenor House in Park Lane in London. We're here today for the press conference involving Billy Joe Saunders. George Groves was absent today due to his wedding. Ricky Burns, get there in the end, and Tony Conquest. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing well. We've announced a big show for December the 15th at the XL Centre in Docklands. Ricky Burns will be making defence of his title. George Groves will be defending his title or in a bigger fight. We're working very hard to put a big fight together for him. I'm hoping that we can get a British title fight at least for Billy Joe Saunders. Tony Conquest will be defending his WBO Cruiserweight International title. There'll be another couple other title fights on there. Frank Buglioni is going to be on there, Bradley Skeet. So that's going to be a big London affair with, I think, the most improved and probably the best world champion in this country, Ricky Burns, double world champion.
Could you tell us a little bit about who you've got in mind maybe for Ricky Burns? Is there any opponents, anyone rumoured?
We're not announcing any of the opponents till next week. We're working on a couple of things. I was hoping I'd be able to announce them today, but it's taking longer than expected. The WBO ordered that he fights Broner, but unfortunately we can't get it on in time, so Broner's now, I think, on the 17th of November, so I understand. And then if Ricky comes through his fight in December, then a unification fight next year for him, early next year.
Ricky will be facing the winner of DeMarco.
Providing he wins himself on the 15th.
I think Broner versus Ricky Burns will be an absolutely massive fight, whether it's here or in America, whatever the case may be. It'll be an absolute headliner.
It would be, but first of all, he's got to, he's going to have a tough fight against. He'll have a tough opponent up against him on the 15th, and he'll have to get through that first of all.
Talking about back to the show on the 15th, Billy Joe Saunders again. The way he took apart Jarrod Fletcher at York Hall not so long ago was absolutely emphatic.
It was a fabulous win. I mean, in fact, at obviously a different level. It wasn't world title level, but a different level. The guy who actually beat James DeGale as an amateur, he done a fabulous job on him. I was quite surprised actually. I thought that the Aussie would have given him more trouble, but that wasn't to be. Billy went out there from round one, just took the guy apart.
How excited are you about Billy Joe Saunders' future?
Very much so. He's turned a corner in his life, I think, in as much that he's training hard, he's focused, he's spending a lot of time in the gym, he's working hard, and I think that's showing now in his performances. He had that hand problems early on in his career, and we managed to get that right. And as I say, I think now it's all coming into place for him.
Could you tell us whether the XO Arena will be as it was for the Olympics in terms of seating and how things are going to be, or is it going to be slightly changed?
It'll be the same arena for the boxing, but the change will be that there'll be ringside seating. At the Olympics there was no ringside seating, so it'll be great. Great fights there, great atmosphere.
I think the ringside seats are going to create again a bit more atmosphere. I like the Olympics; I thought it was good, but at the time I remember thinking, why wasn't there a ringside?
Well, they don't do that, do they? Unfortunately, and I think as much as the atmosphere was brilliant, you just don't see the crowd. Whereas, you'll see the crowd for this one, and it'll be banged out.
What I like about the XO Arena is there's a lot of smaller venues, shall we say, and a lot of top tier venues holding massive capacity. XL's kind of bang in the middle, great 10,000 capacity. It's going to be alive in there.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. In London, it's a great London show. All these London and Southern fighters on there, and topping the bill will be the guy who done the job against Kevin Mitchell in Scotland last time out here, be topping the bill down here.
George Groves, for those that didn't know, got married on Saturday. Hope you don't mind me telling the world, George. And was you at the wedding, Frank?
No, I wasn't. I was watching Arsenal play Chelsea.
Yeah, it's funny. Kugan was there. I don't know how he managed to sneak himself in.
Oh no, he's jibbed in again, didn't he? Yeah. He gets where water don't get.
He's working in the catering. He's working in the catering department, so I heard.
Jumped out the cake.
To be some giant cake, tell you.
Jumped out the donut.
So anything you can tell us about George Groves? Is his opponent hasn't been named yet? What's going on?
No, we're looking for a big fight for George. I've got to speak to Adam this week and get that resolved. But he's looking for a name. It's unfortunate. He's been plagued by injuries this year. Then went out to States, had a fabulous win out there, but unfortunately got a cut eye in that fight, and that's kept him out. So he'll be back on show again in December, and hopefully a big win for him, get a decent opponent for him, and then next year I'll be looking for him to fight for a world title.
Again, you must be so excited with the fighters at the moment. They're all kind of coming to fruition at a similar time, aren't they?
Well, we got some good fighters. We're involved with some good quality talent. I think most of the best talent is with us, and I think that these guys are coming through, and they're going to next year. I think it's going to be the year for a lot of them. 2013 is going to be a big year for some of these youngsters. We've got them all various levels. Bring them through from 6 rounders, 4 rounders. Like we've got Frank Bullioni who's going to be stepped up. We've got Bradley Skeet. Tony Conquest has done well. Stacks of these young guys, and then we've got some of the best world champions and within our promotional umbrella, as well as some of the best sort of guys who are just about on the cusp of getting there.
Well, Frank, I want to thank you for talking to iFILM London. We're not going to get too controversial today, as we know. Thank you for your interview you did with us as well before. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you on the 15th of December.
I look forward to seeing you guys too.
This is Jame Helder with Frank Warren for iFILM London. Thank you very much.
You guys, see ya.